everybody, what's up? Welcome to Fun Speculation here on YouTube. And, you know, for those that are familiar with our channel, you know we used to have a show here called Fun Pop. We actually stopped doing that a few weeks ago. And you know what? Horrible timing on that. I should have kept it going at least a few more weeks because, holy shit, Marvel, like, laid down the gauntlet today. And you know what? Instead, I was trying to figure out what to do, you know, because I had considered starting another channel just for Marvel stuff and like potentially some DC stuff and things like that. But instead, I'm like, hey, let's just like roll out like a Marvel segment every once in a while when it's really worthy and we have stuff to really talk about. And we can do the same thing for DC or Star Wars or whatever. Instead of like having a weekly podcast, just random kind of shows for that stuff. So that's kind of what we're doing now. And we got... Thanks, babe. Already my wife is trolling me for the graphics. You can tell, guys, I'm going to go ahead and say not the same level of quality that we're used to seeing here with some of the graphics and stuff, because I made this stuff, not my wife, who's the graphics extraordinaire, right? So I'm kind of going with what I'm capable of in a short time span tonight. But you know what? I think it'll work. It'll do the trick. Shout out to Raid. Yeah, the arm is doing a lot better, dude. What's up, Boogie? Yeah, we are streaming late as well. But hey, joining me is one of the guy that's like does everything here with us on the show and was super excited. The only other person I've had a chance to talk to as excited as I am about everything that we just found out about is Jasper. What's up, dude?
Yo, how's it going? It's all right. We're just playing with some of our other friends not too long ago and just shooting the shit. So
yeah,
we're going to talk about MCU now.
Yeah, shout out to Pong and Steel, our two buddies. Pong was being an old man grump, saying, you know, they're going to ruin everything. You know, he's not a big Marvel MCU fan. He's an old school Marvel fan, like from back in the days. He was one of those people that's like, any changes is like, no, you can't do that. Everything's got to stay as it was back in 1975 when he
when Stan Lee first created Spider-Man.
Right, that's the good old days, you know. And everything since then is trash. It's all trash, you know. Shout out to Steel. He enjoying some of the stuff too that we were seeing. But dude, Jasper, my God, man, like Marvel. Well, we'll go through and look at some of this stuff today. But I was expecting some like Phase 5 announcements and maybe not even the whole slate, right? I was expecting to find out a little bit more about what's coming up soon as well. I wasn't expecting to get pretty much all of Phase 5 and like some Phase 6 stuff with massive news. And they're laying out like what the whole big picture is now for the MCU for this entire saga, which is the multiverse saga officially, right?
That's what they're calling it.
Yeah. So, dude, what was like your biggest takeaway today?
I mean, definitely the Phase 6 lineup or what they showed. Well, I guess it's not a lineup. Just the 3 movies they showed for Phase 6.
Mm-hmm.
That like that's just made everything for me. Like Phase 6 is going to be amazing. Yeah, and Blade. I'm going to see Blade, even though Pong's a little down on it.
Yeah, PG-13 Blade. It's been great.
Yeah.
But you know, they did announce some rated R stuff today too. There's like the Marvel Zombies show is going to be rated R.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw that, I believe, on one of the websites that was covering a lot of this stuff that they said that. And then also we do have Deadpool and Logan now on Disney Plus, right? So they're opening the gauntlet for some R-rated content coming.
Well, it's not rated R for shows. It's like TVMA or whatever. But
yeah,
was Daredevil, was that like R-rated or whatever, like on Netflix?
I probably had to be. I would think so.
Because I mean, I think they didn't show any like body parts, but there was some like sexy innuendo in it. Like right?
That was there. Yeah, there was. But there was a lot of gore in that too, wasn't there? Yeah, I mean, it wasn't really holding back on the gore and stuff. So yeah, we got lots of awesome news. Now, also we had gotten a trailer for Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever, and wow, dude, that was
second
cool.
viewing. It was better for me.
So you watched it again?
First time I watched it, I was like, "What the hell is this?" But second time watching it, I was like, That's okay. It's getting better just because of like the bad guy they're fighting in it, or not really kind of bad guy, kind of not bad guy. Namor, he's going to be in it. He's the villain or whatever that the Wakandans are fighting. It seems like, at least from the
Right.
trailer.
So yeah, and I'm not like the biggest comic guy. I'm more the movie guy. So a lot of the things I get like see for the first time, you know, and like, ooh, what's that? Like before Guardians, I never heard of them. And before, you know, like a lot of this stuff, honestly, like I never heard of it. Like, but I mean, Iron Man, Spider-Man, of course, you know, like Captain America, all the big time ones, obviously I heard of. But like a lot of
Phase
these,
one stuff.
you know, like Shang-Chi, I'd never heard of Shang-Chi. You know what I mean? There's so many different things that they've done now. It's like, wow, that's amazing. I'm a huge fan of this now. I never heard of it before, but I don't care. And I think the Wakanda Forever trailer, first off, it's like that gave me chills, dude. I don't know about you, but like the way it's shot, like the kind of like is like a goodbye, you know, a little bit trailer. Everybody, you know, being sad and stuff, and it was like, wow, that kind of hit. But then you have like just the whole vibe and the song they chose for that, dude. It was insane. So
Well, they didn't kill him off in the movies yet, did they?
no.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting how they
Yeah,
do that.
they're gonna. I think it's gonna start with it somehow. Something had happened. You know what I mean?
To be fair, they really don't need him. They could just like make him die in his suit and like get around it that way.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that would be
CGI
such a
thing.
bad like payoff though for
Yeah.
like not being able to see him. You know, but like, man,
Yeah.
I don't even know if they're going to show his death.
Or just like say he's retiring or something, and it just like goes
No,
to the.
I mean, I think they'll acknowledge that he died because that's why the trailer was shot that way. But I think they'll like allude to the fact that something happened to him. You know what I mean? Like started off with a sad thing. You know, like heavy heart feelings in the opening of the movie. Talk and them explaining what had happened, right? Talking about it, maybe. And then moving on from there and have a lot of the movie them, you know, kind of like coming to grips with that, you know, and then have this threat that all of a sudden kind of tries to attack to take advantage of the situation, right?
Yeah, I guess they could just like they could kill him off like immediately, like maybe Namor like just stabs him in the back or something, like just out in public, and it's like, what the hell's
Yeah.
going on? It's like, oh, we're being attacked from the underwater people.
Yeah, so it's like it's name is it
Namor.
Okay,
Namor.
Namor the Submariner.
Yeah.
That's what I think. That's who I think it
Namor.
was in that trailer, right? I mean, it just looked like
Yeah.
it. Again, I'm not. It's like Marvel's Aquaman, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So it looks pretty cool, dude. But I like you though. But if the phase six stuff really put it over the edge for me, right?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't even, I think I'd stopped following the news after like the kind of phase 5 thing, because I had assumed that at that point that was all going to be it, and they were just going to have kind of panels talking about the shows coming soon and stuff, and I was going to catch up on those trailers later. But when you sent me this stuff, I'm going to go
I just started spamming like 4 or 5 retweets from like Marvel's Twitter, and I was like, am I being an asshole just spamming our DMs with just the constant images? But
when you started sending me these things, my like excitement level just jumped through the roof, dude. I'm gonna bring up these this tweet here. Let me share this real quick. Yeah, here we go. Marvel Studios.
I wonder what's going back to Black Panther real quick. Namor was supposed to be on the Illuminati Council, or at least he was in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he could be like someone that's coming over from the universe we just saw in Doctor Strange, be like, "Hey, your universe fucking killed our universe's heroes." Like maybe he's trying to get revenge, something like that. Possibly, I don't know.
Maybe. You think so? But like, why would he attack Wakanda for that?
Well, he's just going to like this Earth. He doesn't know like where everyone is. He's just like,
right.
Oh, there's these people here. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Was interesting because it's the whole multiverse thing. Maybe keep trying to tie that back in.
Right. So we also got a first look at, now the audience got a first look at Ant-Man, right? Quantum Media.
Okay.
I think that was leaked, and like for people's footage of the event that they're not supposed to share came out. So some of that was out there. We got the Wakanda
She-Hulk trailer,
the She-Hulk trailer. I mean, just so much. Kang the Conqueror. Sorry, Avengers Kang Dynasty. So this was like the first one that had me like, what? You know. So when you sent this, my mouth just dropped. I was like, all right, Avengers movies, official Avengers movies, right? We're not getting them until phase 6. So, you know, it's been, but 2021 is when this phase started, or did it start in 2020?
It started with,
it's all been a blur.
Was it Eternals? Was it Eternals that started off?
I don't even remember. But like phase 4 was, it seems so long to me.
No, it would have been Spider-Man because that was after Endgame.
Right. So Endgame was officially the last movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, right? Or no, wait, no Way Home. What was it called again? I can't remember. No Way Home, right? What was the last Spider-Man movie called, guys? Holy shit, my mind's going blank. Spider-Man. Yeah, No Way Home. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home would have been the last one. Or wait, no. Yes.
Hold on. Pong's asking a question. Was there any hint of a rumored mutant in Wakanda, Namor or Storm? I mean, we saw like an underwater guy with like a trident, and it looked to be like the leader of the underwater people. So everyone was saying it's Namor, but I don't think we saw a Storm. I don't know if that's exactly what he's asking or not. But.
Yeah, I didn't see Storm, but Namor, yes, absolutely. Mr. Xbot says, yeah, No Way Home. So that was the start of the phase 4, and we had, was it Homecoming? Which one was the one
was the first
right after
one.
Endgame? Was it Homecoming, right?
Homecoming was the first Spider-Man.
No, it was the second one.
Second one was Far From Home because Far From Home. Europe.
That wasn't okay. Far From Home was not after.
Third one was No Way Home.
No Way Home. Okay, yes, No Way Home was right after Endgame. Okay, so there's No Way Home. Then we had freaking like 20 movies since then in phase 4. It seems like already. I mean, that's an exaggeration, but like
I feel like a lot of phase 4 has been TV shows. I think, to be honest.
Yeah,
like, we've got a lot of TV shows. I think this phase.
Right. So we had a lot of TV shows. We had a lot of movies. Thor: Love and Thunder.
After Endgame was Far From Home, the one where we went to Europe.
Right.
Because No Way Home was just like last Christmas.
Yeah. So like Far From Home was for first phase 4 movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was Far From Home. That's what I was thinking. I was like, because this one's like just came out. You know what I mean? It was like phase 4 has been going on for a while. So yeah. Far From Home was the first phase 4. Man, when did that come out? Like 2018, 2019?
January 2019, I think.
Holy shit. I mean, that's like 3 years of phase 4.
Yeah, this phase has been really long.
It's like the longest phase we ever had. It feels like. Maybe not.
Yeah,
at least the most stuff.
The first phase was pretty short. It was only like 5 movies. So.
Right. And then, but it seems like the next 2 phases aren't as big.
Or they're maybe more. They have a better timeline and management for the next phase. So
it's one thing I noticed is there was no like Eternal sequel or anything.
Wasn't I gotta pull it up.
I gotta look at the phase 5 schedule.
That like that full like poster where it showed like the entire next year, whatever it was. I can't remember what DM group that was. Okay. Yeah, I guess
there's Secret Invasion. There's
that kind of has the Eternals font, like just I don't know, but that's not going to be Eternals.
Yeah, that's a show too, right? So,
I guess they could just start tying that in with other.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll ever see that. I mean, these characters. I mean, we got left with a cliffhanger there with like, you know, was it Harry Styles played a character?
Oh, they could tie it in with Guardians 3.
Oh, you're right.
That's
That
like the only other space show.
and
too,
Guardians
so.
3 is part of it, is late. I gotta find the image of the Phase 5 movies. That
Guardians 3 is pretty early for the phase. It's the second movie. Comes
okay.
out next May.
Ooh, next May. Man, I've been there's so much news today that it's like hard to keep up with this stuff. All right, so I'm gonna go to this images. Okay.
Also, Namor may be pissed off because the Eternals made the giant celestial thing come out of the ocean. He's like, "Hey, you fuckers are destroying my ocean! Stop doing that!"
Right. Oh, that could be. I don't. Well, we didn't see any kind of hint of those guys though at all in the trailer, so. But he could still be upset about that. We haven't seen any effect from the Eternal stuff in any of the other movies so
I know,
far.
and it's so weird because like they made that giant human thing come out of the ocean. It's just
Right.
left on the planet, and we haven't like seen it.
Nobody's even acknowledged it, right? All right, I'm trying to get this image. Okay, here we go.
The ones that have, I think, a lot of potential, or is the starting of the phase with Ant-Man, and the ending of the phase with Captain America: New World Order.
Right.
I think those two have like the biggest potential to actually like cause some ramifications to the overall universe. With Captain America, like it's a new order, so like just actually maybe forming the new Avengers in that, and then because they would lead up into the new Avengers movies for the next phase. With Quantum Mania, that's kind of a difficult one to know where they're going to go.
Yeah. So on here we got Phase 5, and I'm just going to bring up this Deadline article. Kind of like talks about a lot of the announcements today, because I can't. I'm trying to go off the top of my head and remember everything, and it's like not working very well. So, into Phase 4, it's coming out later this year. The day that Starfield was supposed to come out, 11/11/22. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Again, that trailer was absolutely incredible to me. No Woman, No Cry on the for the music and stuff was just kind of like wow. Then Phase 5, here we go. We got Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania coming first.
Oh, they left one off. They left the Thunderbolts off of that.
That's weird. That was on the official one.
Yeah.
It's like they took that shot before. Anyway,
like fully, yeah.
Okay, so Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is in February. The audience that was there got a sneak peek at it. Secret Invasion is in the spring, which is a show, and that's Kobe Smulders was there at Comic-Con today at the Hall H panel, and I think they gave a sneak peek at Secret Invasion too, potentially. I'm not 100%.
I didn't see all that stuff. I was at work when most of this was dropping.
Right. Then next we got in May, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think you're right. I think this is where we're going to see a tie-in to Eternals.
Yeah, because that Star Fox dude, Harry Styles, is supposed to be kind of connected with them too.
Yeah, so. And it's in space and stuff. It just kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, and it would give like a reason for them to have another big thing to fight for or whatever. And maybe remember back at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the teaser at the end of that, was it
with all the gold people with Adam Warlock or whatever?
Yeah, with Adam Warlock. I think that could potentially come into play here with Guardians 3 as well. So you could have all of that tying in, and that could lay the stage for some of the stuff that we see later on, potentially with the next phase.
Yeah, because his dad was he it wasn't a celestial, he was like some other god thing or whatever, so maybe.
Right. So then there's Echo, which is going to continue the story from Hawkeye. Yeah. Right, with the character Echo. It's gonna be a show. Then we got Loki season 2. Then we got the Marvels.
Yeah, we just saw a kind of a teaser for that at the end of Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel's show. So.
Right. And we saw some criticism at like on random articles and stuff, kind of criticizing Feige for like being the only one that knows like what's going on. You know what I mean? Because he didn't want to like tell people, right? That we're working on Miss Marvel, like what the direction was. But like they're very secretive. And it seems like he probably gets the final say so in a lot of this stuff, but like he's trying to make sure he lines everything up for like these like end of credit scenes because he knows what's next. You know what I mean? Then there's Blade, which Pong was upset that it was PG-13. I think has that been announced yet for sure?
I think he's just saying that because it's Disney.
Okay. All right. So that's in November of next year. So next year we get Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Marvels, and Blade,
and Ironheart, which is the show.
Right. Well, I was talking about for the movies, and so that's 2023. So we get Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, The Marvels, and Blade for the movies, and then for the shows we're getting Secret Invasion, Echo, and Loki, and Ironheart,
and Agatha. It's like mid 20.
Right. It's either end of 2023, beginning of 2024.
Yeah,
so
all this stuff, they usually delay all this stuff like a few months. So I would just expect some of this to be pushed back. But
yeah. So then we got Agatha, like you said, and then Daredevil, which they said is
18 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it going to be 30-minute episodes though?
I don't know. I don't know if they're just doing Daredevil big because it was like it's popular from the Netflix show, or if they're just going to try to expand on maybe more of those like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, put more of them in that show.
The street level, kind of, I think it's a good idea. You can kind of branch off and have your own universe revolving around those kind of characters.
You could see like Spider-Man in that, which is like what I want because like they're kind of connected. It's like,
and She-Hulk isn't listed here because it's part of this phase.
Yeah.
And it's coming soon, right? Which we did get a great trailer for that. I think it looked really improved, personally, from the last time. I'm starting to think some of these trailers we see is because, and we kind of criticize because the graphics aren't done yet, right?
Yeah. And also that trailer sets the show kind of in perspective of what they're going for. It's more of a comedy instead of just like a serious show where she's like fighting crime.
Yeah. It looks pretty good, to be honest. Like I'm really intrigued with it. Captain America New World Order comes out next May. That's probably going to be sick. Like Captain America movie is going to be big, right? So they're going to have some kind of team up. I would imagine that Winter Soldier is going to be in there again, and who knows what else might happen.
I think that's honestly the format of like possibly the new Avengers or something.
Yeah, New World Order. Like kind of like comes into play there. And what's not shown here is Thunderbolts, because whoever took this image took it before it was finished filling in. But Thunderbolts
July
is July. And it was Thunderbolts a show or a movie?
It's a movie.
Oh, that's another big one then, because that's going to be is that going to be like evil Chris Elaine's like
that's
team?
The douchey Captain America they introduced in the show, and all those people. Yeah,
right. So it's going to have probably Black Widow in there, Yelena Belova.
Well, that's tough because I don't know if she's like, maybe she found her heart at the end of Hawkeye or whatever.
Right.
Like,
or maybe she knows about them or something, is going to spill the beans and like put it. Because I feel like to fight that team, you need a team. Unless this movie is going to be about a bad Avengers type squad going out and doing evil shit and not have anybody kind of like come fight them.
Well, one of the new shows, Ironheart, that's going to be an introduction into like a new Iron Man type person.
Right.
It's a girl that goes to MIT or something and creates like an Iron Man suit, pretty much.
Right. She probably like tries to copy like Stark technology or whatever. Right. Do we know who that is? The actress for that yet? Or anything?
I think they've announced it. I don't remember who it is though.
Okay. Alvin says the title New World Order makes me think it's a Civil War style team up. Right. Mr. Xbot says Thunderbolts are like Suicide Squad. Yeah. But I'm wondering if there's going to be somebody to counteract the Suicide Squad, or if this is going to be just a team of like dipshits that actually do something good, like Suicide Squad. Right. Oni says Black Adam looks amazing. Boogie says DC's been slacking. I love DC Comics, but they do more in comics and games and animated stuff than they do cinematic or on TV. I think the DC stuff that we saw was pretty good today as well.
I still need to watch that Shazam trailer that dropped today.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not like overwhelmed, but like it has a lot of the vibes of the first one. But go so. Here's where we get into the craziness, because you're ending phase 5 with, well, here's one thing I'm wondering: why is phase 5 end in July? That's kind of weird, right?
I guess
I would think it would kind of be like, but I guess that's the big summer movie, right? Will be the Thunderbolts.
I'm just betting it doesn't end in July. It probably ends in November. They push everything back.
Yeah. So next is phase 6, and this is where it gets crazy, guys. I mean, absolutely nuts.
Yeah, this is what I'm just waiting for. Phase 6, 2025 can't come fast enough.
Yeah. So what we know of right now, Fantastic Four, slated for 11/8/24. So we gotta wait. You know what I mean? It's like a year and a half away, roughly, or 2. Wait, no, so
2 and 4 months.
2 years. 2 years away. Fuck yeah, 2 years and 4 months away. Jeez, that's a long wait. But I think it'll be a wait well worth it. Fantastic Four is coming. Then I get, according to Deadline here, an untitled Marvel movie. Did you hear them talk about this? Or
not necessarily a movie. I think it's probably a show.
Okay,
they just haven't announced.
Right. Then Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. That's what sent me over the edge, right? Because we've been wondering about Loki and how the Kang the Conqueror and all this stuff was going to kind of like come into play, and the whole multiverse and, you know, the timelines and all this stuff going on. Like, there's so many damn things going on, right? And when I saw the Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, I was like, oh my gosh, you know, they're gonna have all this stuff built up. Probably, you know, the new Black Panther, who's gonna be Lupita Nyong'o, and you're gonna have this new, you're gonna have Anthony Mackie is Captain America, probably, unless who knows what happens in the movies, right? But that's what I'm assuming. And the new Iron Man, potentially, or anybody else. I mean, Shang-Chi could show up. Like, I mean, you're talking about
no new Shang-Chi movie that's out now.
Maybe it's one of the unannounced projects.
Yeah, or they're actually just gonna start being just like side people in new movies. You know, like kind of like Wong is just in every movie now, just like. Have them show up and fight some people. I
think Shang-Chi's too big, and I think they realize they're too onto something with that, because that movie was really, really successful.
Yeah.
And he was really good in the movie too. Like, I think he would make a great mainline one of the characters, but I could see him potentially as like not just in a movie, but like one of the main characters in one of these other movies. Like, who's to say he's not in the Captain America movie?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Something like that, right?
You could just like throw him in, because like that's kind of what they did for Spider-Man and Tony Stark. Tony Stark was in the first Spider-Man movie. Just
the one thing is they have so many freaking people now to pull from.
Yeah.
And it's like wondering, okay, when are they going to bring these people back into play? Because you can't have like 20 of them every movie, you know. They got all the Guardians. You got potentially 2 Black Widows if they found a way to bring back the original Black Widow, which they're probably not going to. I know. I'm just going to keep holding out hope. But you got Black Widow. You still got Hawkeye. You got freaking the new Iron Man now. Captain America. Miss Marvel. Captain Marvel. Freaking Winter Soldier. There's like so many damn characters, right? It's weird to think what it's going to look like. And that's where I think Secret Wars comes into play, right? And I think with this, you know, I think between these two, it's going to build up to something crazy.
Of a lot of the older people, I think.
I think is gonna be a mass exodus, and then you're gonna see some of these newer characters that they've been revealing over these phases kind of take the mantle, right?
I think like you'll see like Falcon, like he'll probably retire. Like I think you will start seeing these like people that we got in like kind of mid phase 2 and 3. I think you'll start seeing them kind of start giving up the reins of hero and passing it on to someone else again.
Right. So then we have a bunch of untitled stuff, and this says phase 7 question mark. I don't even know if there is a phase 7. Yeah. So I'm gonna read what this says about the Thunderbolts, because I think that's gonna get pretty interesting is when we see some of this stuff. I'm trying to see if this is just random everything again. Okay, where's Thunderbolts? They don't say anything about Thunderbolts here. Daredevil Born Again, looking at spring 2024. So what do you think? Like, let's get back into the 18 episodes of that. Like, that's a lot of episodes. I mean, I don't know if I know any like shows like this at all that have that many episodes, period. It's gotta be 30 minutes.
That's like kind of almost how like old shows used to be, like get a full run. They almost had like 20 episodes, like it was called a full run back in the day. So it's like that's almost what that is.
But those were like all 30-minute shows, right? Back then? Or are you talking about like shows like Dallas and shit like that were like all you probably don't even know what Dallas is. Did you know what Dallas is?
No.
Damn it, I didn't think so. It was a show that was popular in the 80s that was like one of the most popular. You ever heard of Who Shot JR?
No. I watched Walker Texas Ranger. That was near Dallas.
Yeah. Actually, like when I was a kid, I used to hear like explosions and stuff because they were like filming episodes.
Chuck Norris's kicks.
That wasn't Chuck Norris's kicks. Yeah, Mr. X-Bot Dallas had a reboot on the CW that didn't do very well, but the original was like crazy popular. And I lived like 5 minutes around from the house where Dallas took place. Yeah, it's like one of the most famous shows of all time, Jasper.
Oh, well, yeah, not famous enough, huh?
Yeah, I guess not. But yeah, anyway, like I don't know how many episodes those shows got back in the day, but yeah, it's like 18 episodes. We're used to the 6-episode format right now. So I mean, that's crazy. What's it gonna look like?
Yeah, I guess it's in 24. I was thinking maybe like they had extra content from Netflix, but I guess that's just them making the entire show. So yeah, that's interesting that they're doing 18 instead of just 6 for an entire show.
I'm gonna see if I can't pull up.
I will say the Thunderbolt things could be interesting because it's Thunderbolt Ross, who's like kind of always went up against Hulk and was like, we got to get Hulk and stop him. He's destroying everything. He was that general, and he's making his own team. So I'm wondering if maybe this could be a tie-in to possibly mutants. Maybe General Ross is seeing there's a rise in mutant activity or something, so he's making a team just kind of stop mutants.
For Daredevil, is that why you?
No, I'm talking about the Thunderbolts movie.
Oh, okay, right. Yeah,
maybe he's like creating teams. He's like, there's these strange powered people showing up. We got to put them down or capture them or something.
That's, you know what, that could be good. You know, and that could be like the whole like rise up of Magneto, right? Like they're trying to eradicate our species or whatever. I'm gonna bring up some trailers. We did get. I want to bring up She-Hulk, okay? Because She-Hulk looks pretty damn good. And
it definitely had me more interested than the first trailer they put out.
So they sold you a little bit on it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this up. Let's see here. Share. For those of you that didn't see this stuff earlier, I may have to like kind of pause this stuff every once in a while, you know, or we'll have to talk over it for sure. Otherwise,
especially the Black Panther one has a bunch of music in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably mute that one.
Yeah.
All right, so this is She-Hulk. This is a new trailer, and you can definitely tell it's a comedy. They pretty much tell us right here at the beginning.
Jeez, what the still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really
Yeah.
necessary?
For comedy, absolutely.
See, he just
I'm
said it
liking
right
it.
there for comedy.
This
Absolutely.
is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
I'm glad we're actually getting to see like another side of like the Mark Ruffalo Hulk. Like instead of him just doing random shit, like he's actually now like getting his own thing. Kind of. This is more like a Hulk show than like we've had for any like Hulk content in the.
You're
movies,
right,
so.
100%. I wonder if he'll be involved with any like big moments down the line, because there's actually a little. This is where Daredevil actually in this trailer gets shown. Have you seen that, Jasper? Yeah. So it was kind of interesting. This is gonna tie into Daredevil somehow. Well, it makes sense though, because she's a lawyer, right?
Yeah, I think
So-
she was also originally in New York, right?
Not sure. I think so.
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend.
See, the CGI is way better
Surveillance.
than it was before in the last trailers we've seen.
You have so much more to learn.
You know her. Notice how her hair gets so much longer when she becomes She-Hulk.
Yes.
So I'm clearly
It's all
nailing
that
it and
gamma
all
ray
these things.
radiation.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
See, and they look
Yeah.
right at the camera and then acknowledge it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a break the fourth wall. I was watching the people that were streaming this earlier when I was kind of following some of this news, which I didn't know this about She-Hulk. Apparently, she was like the original fourth wall breaker
Yeah.
before like Deadpool even, right? So it seems like they're bringing that into the show as well.
I'm thinking each episode is well, not maybe not each episode, but I think like maybe every two episodes will have like a new character kind of like introduced, like because we had that Daredevil thing, we have Hulk maybe the first two episodes, Daredevil's the last two.
Mm-hmm.
Because we also saw like in the trailer, which kind of confused me at the end of this one. In the first trailer, there was a guy who looked like Frogman, as everyone was calling him.
Yeah.
But at the end of this one, it looks like it's the same rooftop, but they replaced it with Daredevil. So I don't know if it was just to throw us off before.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's a Frogman and a Daredevil.
Yeah.
Who knows?
More and more eccentric superhumans are coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, so there's
Oh, there's
Frogman
Frogman.
again. Yeah.
Maybe she's going to be like the lawyer for all the super people.
Yeah. And it says that they just said that like more eccentric superheroes are coming out of the woodwork, right?
Are coming out of the woodwork.
Maybe this is going to tie into mutants.
We're going to launch a division.
Yeah, there's some elf
and
magic
I want
person
to
right
Yeah.
there.
be the face of it.
There's like some things I missed earlier when I was watching this.
I have a serious conflict of interest. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh. People only care because I'm representing Emil Blonsky. I think they care because they're like, hey, that girl's great.
Why does Abomination still need a lawyer? It's been like 20 years.
I don't know. Who is this?
It's shit. I forgot it. I remember it from the first trailer, but it's
I don't know her name, but like she's like, I remember she's in all the trailers so much for this. For
yeah.
this show.
I think it starts with the T. I can't remember her.
I'm just
name.
gonna call her Peg Bundy. Looks like Peg Bundy.
Jen, do your thing. God, I really like this outfit. I'm not proud of this.
Miss Walters.
And Wong. So Wong's cinematic universe, pretty much is what everybody's saying, right? He's like everywhere.
Our universe is on the edge of a precipice.
Oh, did you see
that
that?
could. Yeah, that maybe that's a mutant. He's using it. He's connecting with that artifact,
Think so?
kind of like Miss Marvel.
Okay. So that's like some kind of bracelet thing.
Universe is
Turns
on
into
the
like a
edge
mace
of
or
a
something. Yeah.
precipice.
Yeah.
I am a lawyer. We do things by the book.
The book of Ashanti.
No, the book of American laws.
Whether you like
Or do you think they're gonna make Shang-Chi a mutant? Like, it's possible, right?
But, I mean, his father also used the 10 rings too.
Right. Maybe his father was a mutant. That's why he's a mutant.
Yeah. Didn't his
I don't know.
Oh no, she didn't. Maybe.
It's
But
a
it would be
possibility.
stupid if they just made all the mutants use artifacts. Like
That's true. But what if they tied the 10 rings up to like, remember they tried to figure out where the 10 rings came from to like part of like the history of mutants and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that could. Yeah.
I don't know, just a thought. And the same thing with the fucking bracelet for Miss Marvel. And
maybe that's why they
like
don't know why it works, because they're like, we don't have this gene, and so we're not testing for it. That's why they can't figure out how it works.
Right. I don't know, just a thought. Like, I don't know how they're gonna do it, but
Or not, you're now a superhero.
Let's do this.
Who the hell? Just like four random people.
You know that friend you had in high school who was way cooler than you were, attractive, got all the attention from everyone?
okay, what was that dog thing? Just a dog thing?
Yeah.
It's not like a character that I need to know about.
Is it is there bats flying around? It looks like maybe
Ooh.
like a blade.
Blade
tease there.
Tease? Yeah. Was that bats? Maybe it's monsters. Oh yeah, you're right. Those were bats, Jasper. Holy bats.
Hello.
And then we have this dude with the horns here.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many weird people here. I'm thinking you're right. You may be right about the mutants tie-in with this show.
Could be, but also remember when we saw like New Asgard and Thor: Love and Thunder. There's a lot of weird fucking people there now too, because they all came from like Asgard, right?
Yeah.
Refugees from space and stuff, and it's become a home for like some of those people. And now those people are on Earth, and like Earth has just become a normal place where there's just weird shit all over the place, right? So it's like maybe like it's just that's just what it's becoming now. Earth is becoming more and more like accustomed to just weird, crazy stuff. You know what I mean? And like all these more superhumans showing up, which they don't explain how any of these people really got their powers right now. So I'm trying to figure out the explanation of that, and maybe it has something to do with mutants and stuff, because some weird shit's going on here, right? Don't know exactly what's causing it, but I think this is going to have a little bit more relevance to like some of the bigger picture stuff than we think.
Maybe not the bigger picture stuff, but like I think it's gonna make all these smaller characters. It's gonna expand the universe like in a small way, like because she's gonna be the lawyer, so it's be like, look at all these random people that are like actually heroes now, but like a lot of these heroes aren't gonna really matter.
No, none of them are gonna matter, but it's gonna set it up to where like new things are possible again, just like we've seen a theme with all of these different shows and movies. Like new things are possible now, you know, because like the timelines variants possible. You got multiverse is possible. You got different dimensions now is possible. You got all these different things all happening at the same time, right? So it's like where is these creatures and stuff that we're seeing coming from now? That's interesting to me. And here we go, Daredevil. And he's going to get his own 18 episode series, which they did confirm that Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in it, and also somebody else. I can't remember who. Was it Jessica Jones? Actress or something?
Dude?
Oh, yeah, no, that's Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah, he's going to be in it, but they thought they confirmed somebody else was going to be in it. I can't remember who it was.
Hopefully they bring back the Punisher. That would be nice.
Yeah, I agree with that. So we also, I'm going to turn off the audio for this trailer, everybody, because, you know, there's a song that's playing the whole time, and it's just going to copyright us. So, but yeah, this is, I think she's the new Black Panther, right? I mean, it's got to be.
I'm wondering if they just even continue the Black Panther name, just maybe like because they dropped it. Is it just called Wakanda Forever, not Black Panther?
It's Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Yeah. We see a lot of people like in mourning and stuff about, you know, Black Panther opening this up. It seems like a lot of like images that are making kind of showing people like look sad, and you have Angela Bassett who plays the queen or whatever, I think, in Black Panther's mom, mourning the loss of like her entire family pretty much, right? Then there's a baby being born in the water, right? This is like interesting when it comes to like what we're talking about with Namor or Namor.
Yeah.
If somebody knows the
Namor?
pronunciation,
Namor. I think it's Namor.
Namor.
Namor? Wow. Who the hell knows?
Same director as the first one. So here we go again. More underwater shit. This threw me for a loop. I was not expecting to see all this underwater stuff with the new Black Panther. Like,
yeah, I wasn't either.
Um,
you got a bunch of people there on that well.
So Mr. Xbot says Namor. He's like the original mutant. FTO Nerd Talk says Namor. Okay, thanks. Appreciate it. So he's the original mutant. Like, I know that there's like, I thought like Apocalypse was like the original mutant. But that was just because all I do is get all my information from the movies. So, but yeah, that's cool. This is another mutant tie-in then, possibly, right? No, more grander scale stuff, you know?
Sending people into the water?
Yep. And you got water and fire, and here's where you got like some of the island, like this island. You think
What's
this is
interesting?
Like, there's like
is
gray people here and blue people.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking maybe Namor in this was like, he's either a mutant and he didn't get like the blue skin, or like maybe his mother or father, whatever, like mated with was a blue person and mated with a human to make him like normal skin color or something.
Right. I'm not sure. Yeah, were they just wearing masks right there? I don't know what that was. All right, was that a spaceship behind them? I'm like trying to pick this. What is that?
I think that's is that the Wakandan city?
Maybe. Okay, FTO says Mr. Sinister increased the progression of the X gene. In the comics, Namor is the original mutant in comics. Wow. Okay. And you think that Miss Marvel's band may be connected to Atlantis, Mr. Xbot says, and Namor's people. Jacob Novik says reminds him of Avatar. It does look a little bit like Avatar, right? So I'm wondering, like, was there another dimension? And again, like the water dimension. I don't really know like where all these people all of a sudden come from, but it seems like they've been under the sea or something.
Under the sea.
Maybe it's like Aquaman, kind of, where there's like he's like a hybrid or whatever between the two peoples and stuff, potentially, right?
Or he was a mutant of the Atlantis people.
Yeah. The submariners.
Yeah.
Submariners, right? So is that
that's the place where they took Black Panther when he fell off the cliff and was stabbed by the other dude.
Was Lupita Nyong'o in the first one?
I don't know who that is.
That's this girl. This is the one that showed at the very opening. Was she in the first Black Panther movie? I don't think she was. Like,
maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't think she was. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
She was. Yeah, she may be. I don't know.
What did she play? What did she do in that movie?
Is she another sister to Black Panther? Oh, she was.
She was his love interest? Really?
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that at all. Why do I not remember that? I don't even remember that he had a love interest in the movie. She was T'Challa's girlfriend, the spy. Oh, yes.
But wasn't the like at the start of the movie, the spy was the bald chick. She was like in the back of a van saving like a bunch of kids, right? Undercover? I don't remember. I don't know. I've only watched Black Panther like once.
No, I've seen it like 3 times, but it's been so damn long now. It's been so damn long. You guys in the chat are remembering the movies better than we are. He kisses her at the end, Alvin? Okay. I just didn't remember. Holy shit! I need to watch Black Panther again. Obviously, holy crap. So, you guys are right. So I think she's gonna be the new Black Panther because of the way they showed her at the beginning and stuff. And okay, so we got some. All right, here's like we see like a war starting between like Wakandans here and Namor's people, right?
Yeah, because it looks like Namor's people are on the beach of Wakanda or something. But I
Yeah.
thought like
Yeah,
Wakanda was pretty inland, so I don't know where all the beach came from.
it's a little lake or something. I don't know.
That when she was touching the wall there, I'm wondering if there was like a backstory that maybe like the Wakandans took over, like maybe took the power of the ocean from them or something, like in the ancient history. So that's now they're finally coming back to fight.
Maybe. Yeah, we got more badass fighting. Yeah, there's some epic scenes here. Like it's gonna be a badass war. Okay, so we get the shot of Black Panther here.
Black Panther cheeks.
The suit's interesting. It's like gold and stuff. Like
Those
I
are
don't know.
some skinny legs. I don't.
Who do you think whose ass do you think this is, guys?
Is it a woman ass or is it a man ass?
I don't want to get those Twitter things or like the things do where like they'll show a guy like it'll be like, oh, look at this ass, and then like it turns around and it's a guy. You don't know. Right? You don't know. You never know, right? So it's like, so Sosa says Shuri.
That's what I'm like. Those thighs are pretty like thin. It seems like, right?
Yeah, it could be Shuri. I'm thinking it's Lupita Nyong'o, but I mean, if I was to guess here, this looks like a guy to me, right? But
Yeah.
you can't be. But yeah, you can't tell.
Maybe it's just the
you know?
angle and like the.
Yeah, it
lighting.
could be the angle, and I don't want to offend the actress and say, hey, this is a guy's ass. No, like sometimes you can't tell. You know what I mean? I think it's Lupita Nyong'o, personally. Just because it's the first person we saw in the trailer. Maybe not, though. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
M'Baku, maybe then? Possibly. Yeah. Great
Something
trailer,
tells
though.
me they don't give Black Panther back to it. I think one of his sisters or something takes it. Like,
Yeah. Possibly. So Kate says a lack of hips makes her think a guy. No offense or anything. If it's a girl, though.
but it could also just be like maybe like the way the CGI like was made.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't. It's early, you know.
Yeah, it's early. They didn't hip it enough yet. You know. It's looking. I don't know. I'm really excited about this movie.
All the underwater shit made me more excited for it. Like I kind of wasn't paying attention when I first watched it, so I was kind of disappointed. But all the Namor stuff definitely hyped that movie up.
Yeah, Mr. Xbox says Shuri was Black Panther in the comics for a while. I've heard that several times. So originally I had said Shuri, but in this trailer, like Shuri was just kind of there a couple times, didn't really allude to her too much or whatever. And I don't know, maybe that was on purpose, you know. Marvel fucks with us a lot with these trailers on purpose, you know. I think that's a Feige thing also. Jacob says watched Uncharted yesterday with your mom. Amazing movie. Some people didn't watch it because who played Sully, but regardless, the movie's great. Yeah, I thought it was fine. It was a fun movie. All right, so we didn't get any other big trailers from this, I don't think. Those were the only two big trailers we got. Besides that, we just got like a lot of like the teasers and stuff. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the Twitter.
I know. I think it was last week they announced Groot is getting his own show or something like that.
Right.
It's like the Groot show. It's like some like I don't know. It's not a serious. It's a kid show pretty much.
Yeah. Where was the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special thing too? Like people were noticing that was absent from this.
I think that's just because it's like a spin-off thing. It's not too serious.
It's just yeah. they included it before with all the phase stuff. It's like now they're like omitting it, right? Realizing, hey, we shouldn't really talk about this. So, all right. So I'm just gonna go run through some of this information from Discussing Film here, who is doing a lot of coverage today. So Phase 4 of the MCU is confirmed to be ending this year, right? Let's see, arcs recap, blah blah blah. Letitia Wright says, "I'm really proud of us as a family. The way we came together was tough. It wasn't easy to come back to work each day and be without our leading man." Oof, yeah, that's sad. I wonder who the new lead is. Reggae Jean Page is.
If you scroll up, they said that that's incorrect.
Oh, okay. So okay, got it. More emotional information about Kevin Feige and Ryan Gosling wanted to play Ghost Rider. That would be sick, actually. I would be down with Ryan Gosling playing Ghost Rider. Would Ryan Gosling make a good Ghost Rider, guys? I would vote yes. He's a great actor. I haven't seen that Gray Man movie yet on Netflix with him and Chris Evans.
Watch that.
Yeah, I want to watch it too. Kevin Feige and Ryan Gosling want to play Ghost Rider. If Ryan wants to be Ghost Rider, who else? Ryan's amazing. I would love to find a place for him in the MCU. Ooh.
I mean, was anything wrong with Nick Cage?
Well, he's a little old now. I mean, you could have an old Ghost Rider, I guess. You know.
Maybe he's the one that passes the rider off to the.
You're right. They could do that at the beginning of the movie. They could have like an old man Nick Cage moment, like, "Oh, I need you to take over the blah blah blah," or whatever. That's a great idea, dude.
The rider's choosing you.
Yeah. And then he takes his face off.
Yeah.
So okay, here we go. Kevin Feige teases that Harry Styles will return to the MCU soon. Yes, the adventures of Eros and Pip is something that's very excited. That's very exciting for us. I think is what they're meaning to type. That Guardians 3, right? Again, that's pretty early next year.
That makes sense for
Yeah.
me. Maybe Miss Marvel, but so that I saw a leak like a month ago, but I didn't share it because it was like one of those like really grain of salt, and it was about MODOK being in Ant-Man and the Wasp and in Quantumania, and that's what that says right there. That they showed that today off.
Oh, nice! Really?
Yeah. So MODOK, I think MODOK has it under like a really tiny city in the quantum realm.
Right.
They're going to fight MODOK in the.
We saw a brief look at MODOK and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. He is golden and robotic looking, comic accurately shooting lasers. Interesting. Then they said a bunch of footage was shown for Guardians of the Galaxy 3, including the first look at Adam Warlock, but none of it will release publicly anytime soon. So that confirms what we were talking about earlier, Jasper.
Yeah.
They'll tie that back in with Adam Warlock and maybe the whole End of Eternals stuff. Maybe we'll get the Eternals in here too, right? And they'll have something to do with the Celestials, because they still have to go and take care of who was the Celestial they were dealing with?
I don't know if he had a name. It was just a Celestial, right?
I think he had a name. Yeah, it's like Alma's. It started with an A. I can't remember the name from Eternals, but they have to go deal with that, right? Because that's an imminent threat. Now,
is it imminent? I don't know.
I think it is. Harisham, the judge. Thanks, Mr. X. Man, you guys are awesome in the chat. Holy shit. Thank you. Or some shit like that. I think you're right. All right, so Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio reunite for Daredevil Born Again, an 18-episode series releasing spring 24 on Disney Plus. Cox will appear in She-Hulk, and then both Cox and D'Onofrio will appear in Echo. So we're going to see a lot of Cox here coming up in the next couple of years. Charlie's going to be all over the place. We're going to see him a lot in Daredevil, 18 episodes. We're going to see him in She-Hulk. We're going to see him in Echo. Plus, we've already seen him in Spider-Man No Way Home. You know?
Wow, that dude must be fucking like living the dream right now. He like had the whole Netflix deal and was like, then it kind of got canceled. I was like, fuck. Well, now what do I do? And now fucking Disney's just throwing him in everything.
Yeah. Well, Daredevil's a badass character, and he played
Yeah.
it perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, I think that he was one of the best like casting choices, like for a character. He redeemed Daredevil after like that horrible Ben Affleck movie, you know, back in the day. Now, I'm not saying Ben Affleck didn't make a good Daredevil, but that movie was just horrible, and that wasn't necessarily his fault. That was just a bad movie.
I'm wondering if like by the end of this will be the only person you see as Daredevil, like how you see like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Right. Probably so. Because we're gonna see a lot of cocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be cocks everywhere. It's gonna be great. You know.
I think you just like saying his last name.
I do. Charlie's a good dude, and you know, great surname there. So again, here's the breakdown that they had. Here's the image with the thunderbolts. Again, that's a movie. Captain America. So how many movies is that in Phase 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's more than Phase 4, right? I mean, less. That's less than Phase 4.
Less. Yeah.
How many Phase 4 movies were there?
Oh shit. So it started off with Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
What was after that?
I don't know.
See, we had Thor, we had Black Panther, we have Doctor Strange, we have another Spider-Man, we had
Black Widow.
Black Widow was before the Spider-Man.
But that was kind of like should have been Phase 3 because it was like free. You know what I mean?
It should have been Phase 1, but
right. All right, Phase 4 film.
That's 7 that I got counted right now. What was before Black Panther or Black Widow?
Okay, Phase 4. The Wikipedia needs to separate these things into phases.
Just do Marvel movies in order.
Okay, I'm trying to compare like how this timeline, because Phase 4 just felt so damn long. Man, I recently I set my default to Bing, so just for Microsoft Rewards, and I hate it. The search engine like for Bing sucks. Phase 4 movies.
Yeah, so it would be Black Widow, Ant-Man and the Wasp before that. So then it was Shang-Chi.
Here we
was
go.
The other Shang-Chi was 8.
I got it.
Eternals is 9.
There's shit. Okay, there's Black Widow. Fuck, stop moving ads. Okay, here we go. Black Widow, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So I guess Phase 4 didn't actually technically start till Black Widow.
So then I mean maybe, but I feel like Endgame was the end, but I guess since there were still in-game tie-ins in No Way Home where Spider-Man was sad because Tony Stark died, so I guess they're saying that's still Phase 3.
I guess, but then why not Black Widow for Phase 3?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Phase 3 starts with Spider-Man after Endgame.
Right, that's what I had always thought, but I'm gonna Google this now and we're gonna see what they say. They say that the last one was Spider-Man Far From Home was the end of Phase 3.
Oh, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but
yeah, I guess because it's like fallout of what had just happened and stuff. You know what I mean? So Phase 3 actually had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 movies then.
yeah. So if Phase 3 was Civil War, Doctor Strange, Guardians 2, Spider-Man: Homecoming, Thor: Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel, Endgame, and Spider-Man: Far From Home. That was Phase 3.
Yeah. And then Phase 4 is Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Legend of Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Phase 3 had more movies, actually, which is surprising as hell to me. And then Phase 5 has how many again?
7, was it?
So it's like the same amount as Phase 4.
Yeah.
So that must have been planned. So
Phase
I
4
guess we
just
can
seems-
expect about 7 movies per phase.
Phase 4 just seems long as fuck, though.
It does. I don't know what. Maybe it's because of COVID, and
Yeah,
everything got
everything was,
pushed
like, kinda
back and
slowed down,
extended.
yeah.
And
Maybe it's also because that's like when we started getting TV shows, so we kind of have more content now.
mm-hmm. I mean, we haven't been out of stuff to watch, but this phase has been going on for a long time.
Yeah.
Since Black Widow, it was like 2 years already now or so. So when this phase is up, we get Phase 5, which is going to last for 2 years, and then we get into Phase 6, which is absolutely insane. And what I can't wait for is the other movie announcements, because we got 3 movie announcements for it, right? We got the 2 Avengers and what was the other one? Fantastic Four.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars.
Right. So that means we can at least, if they follow the pattern, they'll have more movies in Phase 6 than the
at
other
least
phases.
4 to keep up with it.
Right. So I can't wait to see what those are. And maybe next year.
If that's the start of Phase 6, like, what are they going to end Phase 6 with? It's like,
I mean, well, that's going to be the ending of Phase 6, right? Fantastic Four is what it looks like.
well, that's the start of Fantastic. That's the start of Phase 6 of Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay. So what about the Secret Wars?
That's like
Mid?
Yeah. Because it's only a year after Fantastic Four.
Wow. Okay. Man, it's going to be insane, dude. Phase 6 is going to be the best shit I think we've ever seen from the MCU. It's like going to be Endgame, like every fucking movie.
Yeah, every movie is going to be like an in-game level event.
That's going to be nuts, dude. You think everybody will be sick of MCU by then?
I mean, everyone said that after Endgame, but I said that after Endgame. Like, I'm done with Marvel. There's no point. It's over, you know. But then it's like they just got me right back into it. So I don't know.
That's true. I'm not ever going to be done with this. I'm too invested. You know what I mean? I care too much about all the characters and all the things that they're doing. The next step, mutants. Come on, let that be the rest of Phase 6. Get some shit going on there. That would be insane. We already have the existence of mutants. They got to be tying this in somehow, right? So I'm hoping maybe X-Men at some point down there in Phase 6.
If we get like maybe just like 1 or 2 mutants, like each one of these shows or movies, like by the time we get to Phase 6, like maybe the mutants can start forming the X-Men, and we'll end it with the X-Men for Phase 6 as a big movie.
Wow. Yeah. X-Men versus the Avengers.
Or just the creation of the X-Men.
Right.
You made me think a little too big.
What if the X-Men are formed to take out the Thunderbolts?
That would be kind of lame.
Yeah. Okay, you're right. What did you think of Thor: Love and Thunder, by the way?
I liked it. I actually liked it better than the new Doctor Strange movie. So,
yeah. Like, how much more? Like, what would you rate it?
like 1 point more.
1 point more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just felt like Doctor Strange was such a letdown to me. Like, I wanted more actually like consequences and more multiverse stuff, and we just kind of got a movie where they ran down a hallway the entire time. It felt like.
Right. I mean, a little bit. I watching it the second time, for me, it was actually better for Doctor Strange, because I appreciated the quirkiness of the scenes and stuff more, because like they weren't so like distracting for the first time, like when they were the first time. I appreciated it more for being what it was, and I liked the darker elements of it. Right. I hope that Scarlet Witch isn't done. Right. I hope those rumors were true that she's getting a solo movie.
Well, maybe she comes back in the Agatha TV show or something.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, that TV show's got to have a purpose. It's not gonna, it can't just gonna be Agatha. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some interesting shit going on there. But Thor: Love and Thunder, I think, was like really criticized. You know, like a lot of people are like, what the fuck is this? You know, and stuff like that. But like, I honestly like, I was kind of like that when the movie started. Of like, what the fuck is this? You know, like. It was kind of just really corny at first and then a little dumb when it first started. You know, like the first like 20-30 minutes when especially the intro, the Guardians and stuff. And I'm like, this is kind of lame, right?
It's tough for me to place it because Ragnarok is one of my favorite movies. And this is like almost there, but not quite.
Right. But what happened was I appreciated the fact that they were just being kind of over the top and silly for the whole movie. You know what I mean? After the fact. And then that made me appreciate the opening more. Right. And then after the fact, like, I was like, you know, that's all that stuff sat better with me. And I started remembering it and like chuckling to myself, like thinking about it and stuff a lot, you know, like I was like, wow, it's actually was really funny, you know, really good. I actually really appreciated a lot of the shit. And there's a lot of epic stuff in there. And it had like stuff that I thought was going to happen didn't happen, which was another big surprise. Right. I don't want to spoil anything because the movie just came out, but like I think it leaves open some interesting possibilities for the future, right?
Fucking Russell Crowe is the new like Korg to me. Like he's so fucking hilarious.
It was great, dude. I mean, my God, it was one of the fucking funniest things in the MCU period, bro. Like it was just epic. It was great. Yeah, but I can't wait to see what's next for that whole situation. And I think it's got to tie into a lot of the stuff that's going to happen later on. You know, like you're going to end up having like demons and gods and fucking like mutants and just shit all over. Everything in this MCU like was never a thing before. We just had aliens before, right? Like we had like Asgardians and like, you know, the Thanos and, you know, people from other planets and galaxies and stuff like that. But here we're getting like
openings into dimensions and
multiverses, time travel. I mean, all these different things are like now a thing, and the possibilities are absolutely astronomical. And it just like, has me really excited because you can tell what they're doing. Each movie, they're setting up new possibilities. And they did that with Thor. I'm not going to say how they did that with, you know, the shows. They're doing that with Moon Knight. You know, they're doing that with, it looks like, they did that with Miss Marvel. It looks like they're doing that with She-Hulk as well from the trailers. You know what I mean? So they're expanding the universe at a rapid pace, you know? And I think that whole Agatha show, it's got to be about stuff like that. I can't really like fathom what else, you know, it's going to be. But then there was also like some other stuff that they had talked about, like Marvel Zombies and stuff like that, you know.
That's going to be more of like the what if show where it's not like canon to the MCU. It's just kind of like, this is a cool idea we could do with our characters, you know.
Yeah. Nico Hunt says, don't like Marvel. It's too soft and corny. The world is ending. Let's make jokes. Wakanda forever, though. Black Adam, Shazam 2. Yeah, right on. I mean, that's one thing about Marvel. It is not as serious, right? But I think some of the seriousness becomes to your attachment of some of the characters and stuff. When dramatic moments do happen, they kind of pay off really well. And then the DC movies, it's like, they're all so serious, right? And except for Suicide Squad. But like, they're so like dark at times. And like, you know, it's like everything is like really weighty, you know, like
some of that is just also like the characters themselves. Like Thor, like he's joking around because he's a god. He doesn't fear anything. He's like, I can just kick whatever's ass. I'm not gonna die. So that's kind of why he jokes around all the time, you know. It's like,
like some of these guys just don't have anything to worry about. What did you think of Gore the God Butcher and Thor?
I mean, I wish Christian Bale would have got like a longer role instead of just like a one thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like I wish we would see him more, but I don't think we're going to see him anymore.
Yeah, we'll see. You know, I agree with that, but without giving any spoilers, like I really thought he freaking nailed it.
That's why I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
I wish they would have gave him another role because he's such an amazing actor, and it's just like to have him in one movie. I don't. That's just kind of
Yeah.
lame.
But maybe there's possibilities out there. Who knows? Yeah, anything's possible in the MCU.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you're right. He stole the show for me. Like, and you talk about like all the corny stuff when he was on screen, that was not a thing. Right. It went down to deep, dark,
Especially what he did
fast.
to people he took.
Yes. Like, I mean, his character was amazing. It was like the complete counterbalance to everything else we're seeing in that movie. I think it's gonna again set up things interesting going on forward. I had no idea. Like, there's a reason the movie's called Thor: Love and Thunder, right? That we had no clue about previously, and I think that potentially is going to have huge implications later on as well. And man, it was pretty damn badass. But yeah, on the DC note, this is, we're talking Marvel here, but like, I was impressed with the Shazam trailer as well, and also Black Adam, a little much more so than the first Black Adam trailer I saw, where it just looked like, hey, it's rocking a cape, you know. Like, this was like had a lot more to it to me. And then Shazam 2 looked like more Shazam, which makes it look pretty awesome.
I need to watch the Shazam 2 trailer. Shazam 1 is actually probably one of my favorite DC movies that they've actually made.
Yeah, it was great. It was really good. And if you liked the first one, you're gonna like this trailer, I think. But any other Marvel stuff you can think of that happened today, man? I mean,
not really. I mean, I was hoping we would maybe get something with a game or something, but we didn't really see anything.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know I think I saw where the Wolverine dev team, they got their shirts that say like Dev Wolverine team.
Right. Do you think maybe is there any more stuff happening tomorrow, or is this over now?
It's possible. I don't know what day Comic-Con ends. So I haven't really looked too much into it this year.
I don't know. Sometimes, like, when there's things like Comic-Con going on, they will release some like trailers randomly and stuff like that too. You know, so I'm wondering
some of those trailers this week.
Yeah, I'm wondering if like we're gonna get some game trailers for stuff tomorrow, potentially. You know, and maybe not just for Marvel, but for DC. Maybe we can see some more Gotham Knights again, and stuff like that.
They just put out a Batgirl trailer like yesterday.
Did they?
Yeah, for Gotham Knights.
Nice. So yeah, there we go. All right, so probably not anymore for Gotham Knights then, but yes, Jacob, we were talking about it earlier. Not just one Avengers movie, but 2 Avengers movies were announced. Kang's Conquest or Kang's Dynasty. Sorry, you said that earlier, and it stuck in my head.
It makes more sense.
Yeah, Kang's Dynasty, and then also Avengers Secret Wars. Holy shit! Like that's honestly what got me so damn excited to like even do this, because I had said, you know, all right, Fun Speculations can be a gaming channel now. Fuck that, you know. There's not going to be any more Fun Pop. Like Fun Pop's done. We're not going to do a weekly podcast anymore for Marvel and stuff like that, because it's just like we have so many weekly shows now, and it's hard to keep up with. But I came up with a plan. I talked it over with Kate, and she's going to help me out a little bit with doing some things. But instead, we're going to be doing a like Fun Speculation Marvel, Fun Speculation DC, Fun Speculation Star Wars, Fun Speculation this or that, whenever things happen and we have awesome stuff to talk about, and we'll just go off and talk about those things as they happen, right? It's not going to be like a separate Marvel channel, which I thought about doing before, separate DC channel, separate anything like that. It's all going to be here on Fun Speculation, but we're going to have random discussions about these different things. So this is Fun Speculation Marvel. The first actually video for Fun Speculation Marvel actually is going to be here. I'll eventually try and separate things down playlist as well. But yeah, there's just too much awesome shit today after that announcement. I anticipated the Phase 5 stuff. I would not have even done this if it was only the Phase 5 stuff. Once we got the announcements for Fantastic Four, then the 2 Avengers movies, like, that's it. Like, I gotta go live. I gotta get this excitement out, you know?
Like, they almost like ruined Phase 5 for me because I'm like more excited for Phase 6 at this point.
Right. It's like phase 5 is just a whole waiting game now till Phase 6, right? I just can't imagine what, Kang's Dynasty is going to be like, and all the things that could come into play there, all
Especially
the characters.
Since it's Avengers, the King's Dynasty, so you're going to get a team up of heroes against him or something.
Right, you're going to get team up of heroes, and who knows which multiverses are going to come from.
Yeah.
Like they could come from anywhere, anytime.
Yep.
So we could have like, this could be a time where we see like another version of like some of our original Avengers come back and stuff like that. Who knows like exactly what's going to happen. The possibilities are endless for that. And then Secret Wars, that's going to be like the whole big like Infinity War type setup, thing. You got
all like
massive,
every hero we've ever seen fighting each other.
Probably, it's going to be nuts, dude. And I can't freaking wait for that. There's really nothing to show for that right now except for the title screens, which we did earlier.
Just the potential with Kang's Dynasty. Like if you think about Loki, where like they went into the TVA and there was like 15 different Lokis.
Yeah,
you can have 15 different Spider-Men fight Kang or something.
Yeah.
Just like from any universe.
What if you brought
what
if you brought the other couple Spider-Men back into this, and then you also had like maybe like Miles Morales or something like?
Yeah.
And will we get a new Spider-Man movie later on in Phase 6 also? Like would that be a possibility? Like, there's so much, dude. There's so much here, and the fact that we already got set. Now this reminds me, Kevin Feige said, "Soon you will know where all this is headed." Right? Like he wasn't lying. Like this is, we can see the path now. And it's glorious. It's a glorious.
I feel like there's
path.
got to be some like end scene in Black Panther that sets up something. If it's gonna be the final movie, they gotta set something up at the end credits.
Yeah, even if we could sit here and talk for 2 hours about Thunderbolts. You can sit here and talk for 2 hours
about 2 hours.
No, Thunderbolts. Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna be big. It's like their big holiday, their big like movie that year.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be big. I think they're just doing some cool shit with that, and we're gonna see a lot of things happen with that. But even She-Hulk, I'm more excited about now, right?
Yep.
Like, so they just did an awesome job with the announcements and laying this out. I was like iffy a lot on Phase 4 because there's so much random new stuff constantly, and it's like nothing's really like tying in. It's like all these different storylines going on,
random stuff. Yeah,
right. But like now where you're seeing kind of where they're headed, like it gives me so much excitement, right? But guys, I think that's gonna do it. Jasper, tell everybody where they can find you, bro.
Yo, hit the Twitter up, type in Lord Jasper, that's me. YouTube, Lord Master Jasper, that's also me. Monday nights, FSP, we talk about games and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, we do all platforms, PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, mostly Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox Ultimate is Fridays on this channel. It's mostly Xbox talk. Every now and then we dip into PlayStation if something big's happening. And that's what we talk about mostly on this channel is video games.
Yeah, that's right. That's mostly, but not tonight, right? I did stream earlier, and I actually stopped my stream because I was so distracted by all the MCU news that I was like, okay, I got to talk about this stuff. So we set all this up, but appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. Tony, Talos Ray, Jacob, Alvin, Nico Hunt, Mr. Xbot. You guys all rock. Sosa, even Kate stopped by. Thanks, baby. Even Brandon X, who says Marvel is dead, and I'm not sure what people are holding on to. Thanks for stopping by and telling us that Marvel's dead. That means a lot to me.
Even Pong stopped by.
Yeah, even Pong stopped by. FTO Nerd Talk was sitting in here dropping some facts earlier. Thank you, sir, for doing that. Boogeyman, shout out to you as well. Oni, Pong with his, he seems like he's excited about Namor. I have to say, Pong seemed a little intrigued about Namor. I think they've done something that might get Pong's interest.
I don't know. They would have to make Namor like the Jesus Christ of the MCU for Pong to be interested.
Yeah, you're right. Probably right. Yeah, and shout out to Raid Zafar as well. Thanks for stopping by as well, bro. But yeah, fun times, guys. We're gonna have a good night tonight, getting some rest after, and I'm gonna dream about the MCU stuff. That's what I'm gonna do tonight.
It's about the potential.
It is the potential is astronomical. It's gonna be so many cocks too. You know, Charlie Cox can be everywhere. And that's great. The more the better. But yeah, again, thanks guys. Have a good one. Take it easy. Tune in on all of our stuff here on Fun Speculation, Mondays, Fridays, Thursdays, all of our podcasts and shows and stuff and more. Have a good one. Take it easy. Bye. Ooh, did I just record an outro for this yet? That's the starting soon. Yeah, see, I'm all jacked up here because this is like new stuff and I haven't even messed with it yet. I found it. It was that one. That's the outro. There we go.